We meant to say episode 22, not episode 21. So enjoy the show, guys.
I wanted to fucking, know about nothing about triangles, nothing about geometry, nothing, dog. You don't know shit, homie.
What up, everybody? What is good? Welcome to the Damn Dude Podcast. This is season 2, episode 20 motherfucking 1.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome. This is the show where we have the conversations that need to be had in a way that'll make you think and say,
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
damn, dude. The show is ultimately about self-understanding, having fun. We're here to help educate, entertain, and impact. So, that's what, you know what I'm saying? Keep it real as fuck. This is season 2, episode 21. I'm your host, California Cal. I am not one of those Californians, I have to say. I do believe that breathing fresh air is a good thing, and it's good for you, and that people should get to keep their jobs and not be forced to take a fucking shot and all this extra shit. So, anyways, now that we weeded out the lambs, how do you guys like that intro? That little clip I played. I got that off of Instagram as some dude in OB wilding out with the cops. You don't know shit about what does he say? He says something like, you don't know nothing about triangles. You don't know shit about geometry, dog. You don't know shit, homie. Like, what? Dude, that video clip ends with the dude getting attacked by the police dog. He's like, come on, dog. Put me right here, homie. Come on, dog. He's like, oh, shit. That's pretty funny. That came from Instagram from the San Diego Humor page. So at San Diego Humor. Dude, that man. That clip is so OB. If you don't know what OB is, it's this town in San Diego called Ocean Beach. And it used to be called Wonderland back in the day. For those of you that didn't know, here's a little educational thing. Ocean Beach used to be called Wonderland, and Ocean Beach used to way back in the day be like its own little secret place. That's why it's called Wonderland. And this is a real story, actually. You can look this up and do your research. So basically, it was one dude who owned all of Ocean Beach. It's this beach town in San Diego. And it's in its own little like cut, and you can only get there through, there's only to generalize, there's only like 2 ways in and out of OB, and they're basically like pretty similar. So it's hard to get to if there was no maps, or you didn't know how to, you just didn't know the town or whatever, right? Or you didn't know it was there. You wouldn't really go looking there. But in Ocean Beach, it's like they've got it's like a hippie town. Originally, it was like this underground spot where like travelers and like hippie sort of people with money would go, and they would go there, and it was a safe place. You could do LSD, you could do whatever, you could do mushrooms, you can smoke weed, you could do basically whatever the fuck you want. And Ocean Beach has still kind of kept that sort of vibe. Like, even before weed was legal in California, you could walk around smoking a blunt and the cops would say nothing to you. Like, you can go sleep and be tweaking out in the street or the floor, and it's just kind of like, man, like, I know that guy's on a good one. Let's just let him be on a good one, and let's just keep it pushing, So that's the vibe in OB. OB's like hippie, grungy, rich people and surfers. It's like this little community of fucking weird, real cool shit. Like, they got fire dances all the time. They've got the OB farmers market every week, which is off the charts. If you guys haven't been to OB's farmers market, nobody go, because I don't want you guys making shit more crowded than it already is. Just kidding. Go ahead, go to OB. OB's already been fucked for years, like as far as parking and all that. But I fucking love OB. Shout out to what is it called? Blue Water Grill, Blue Water Seafood in Ocean Beach. It's either called Blue Water Grill, Blue Water Inn, or Blue Water Seafood on Santa Monica in Ocean Beach. That is the best fish in San Diego. Like, easy. Freshest fish, like, I don't really like fish like that, but this shit, Oh my God, I could just eat so much of it. And the calamari, like fish, I'll eat here and there. I'm just kind of like, whatever, you know. But calamari, I'm like, ew, yuck, nasty. But at this spot, oh my God, I will eat like 2 baskets full. It's just the best. I can't even begin to explain, dude. And the fucking fish plates, I'll go crazy over that shit. Anyways, I just realized I didn't even really introduce what the show's gonna be about today, and it is what it is. You know why? Because it's daylight motherfucking savings time, homie.
Damn, dude.
And in California, that's a big fucking deal. When I lived in Hawaii, and they didn't even do daylight savings time, which I loved. Arizona, they don't do daylight savings time either, and I love it. I wish that's how it was, because right now, what the? Lady, that doesn't add up. Oh, this son of a bitch. I just got a text from this lady saying that I was like, hey, can you send the payment over that you owe me for last week? And she's like, oh, I already sent it last week. And for today's lesson. No, you didn't, lady. I don't want to have to deal with this, man. This is... What the fuck, dude? Anyway, oh my God. Like, how lame is that? Somebody's like, I paid you, and they, like, didn't. Jeez. That just, like, completely sideswiped me. But anyways, oh, yeah. Man, dude, that bugs me. It's daylight savings time. Isn't that frustrating when you have, like, a money dispute with somebody, and it's just, like, back and forth, and it's like, motherfucker, like, you're not correct. Like, come on, Chuck. Anyway, daylight savings time, dude. I love this shit, because when it's really in daylight savings time, we don't get dark. What did I say? It doesn't get dark until, like, depends where you're at, but, like, sometimes like 9 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock. If you're at the beach, sometimes you can go till like 10 on certain days. And that's kind of what's cool is, like, if you go surfing, you're at the beach and the sun set, there's still sun that's, like, peeking from, like, even though the sun dropped below the water level, there's, like, still the top of the sun shining over it. So with the sun, it's like there's still enough light to see in, like, if you look one direction. If you look the other direction, you can't see. But if you look that one direction, it's enough to navigate, you know? So it's pretty cool. But we are going to get into some serious shit, and also some super duper funny shit. If I've discovered, I don't want to say my new favorite sport, but it's pretty fucking epic. I discovered, I'll tell you all about this sport and where it comes from towards the end of the show, or the second half of the show. It's pretty fucking funny, dude. And you guys, I'll hook you up with a link or whatever. It's fucking hilarious, dude. Like, I'll just wait till we get there. So, over this last week, I received some quite interesting news. And it's like, I've been kicking it around, and I'm kind of just like, you know what? It is what it is. Like, and in the first place, I wasn't really tripping, but I guess my kiddo's mom, or the little one, Royal, he went and did a test and did a checkup and all this stuff. And I guess they diagnosed him with being autistic. And I'm like, what? And I'm kind of like, okay, but what gives us this information? You know what I'm saying? What was the test that determined this? Because for me, for my job, like, I work and have worked with a lot of different autistic kids, and to me, it's like I I don't like saying this, but it's just been true so far, which is in the kids I've worked with who I was working with them since they were younger than they were able to be diagnosed technically with autism or being autistic or being on the spectrum. And I was like, in the back of my head and just my own assessment, I'm like, man, I think this kid's autistic. And I'm not like out here saying, oh, this kid's that. I'm like, it's just my observation. You know, it's like, I think this kid is this, or I think this kid, just doing like assessing as any teacher would. And I'm kind of like, it's not like, oh, that's great, that's bad, that's this, that. It's just like, wow, like I think this kid's on the spectrum, and it's not any judgment or any different treatment or anything. It's just like, oh, I noticed this, So with my own kid, I'm like looking and I'm like, I don't really see I don't really see that. Like a lot of the signs that typically would be there aren't there. Such as like eye contact, such as the lack of communication. Like he's got those things. The sensory stuff, like he's fine with loud noises. He's fine with, these different things like that. And a lot of times with students that I've worked with, I'll see those things. I'm like, oh, okay. That's what leads me to that, not conclusion, but guesstimate. So I haven't gotten to see why or what tests or what the results or how come they put this diagnosis, but I'm like, I accept, but I don't agree. So like, what does that even mean to me? Well, I think that because autistic is such a spectrum, it's like there's extreme and then there's not so much. And the beginning of the spectrum is like Asperger's, and the end of the spectrum is fully nonverbal and non-communicative. And it's almost like once you get halfway into the spectrum and then onto the extreme side, it's very obvious. But then on the other end of it, it's almost like, well, did you just throw that kid in there because he focuses on this more than that? Or did you throw that kid in there because they didn't react to this, how, like just these little nuances. And I'm kind of like, okay, I could see how, like for one, Roy likes to hyper focus on stuff. So I'm like analyzing, I'm like, how, like looking at this through the lens of somebody who's supposed to diagnose somebody who's autistic or not. And I'm like, all right, well, he's obsessed with these keys today. And he doesn't give a shit about this race car. It's like, well, he just focused as fuck on the keys. He doesn't want the race car. It's like, oh yeah, but all kids should want the race car. It's like, I don't know. So that's why I'm kind of like, well, I'm just like thinking like, holy shit, cause excuse me, hot coffee is so good in the morning. It's just a trip, dude. So the way I'm kind of seeing, I want to make sure I guess it doesn't really matter if I say this right or not, but like for me looking at the spectrum of being autistic, I see that on the not extreme side of the scale, the diagnostics, what would it be? Diagnostics? Does it change to diagnostics if you say diagnoses? That's a good question. I'm not sure, actually. What the fuck? Anyway, I feel like the fuck, I didn't get over it. Anyway, I feel like autistic diagnosis on the lesser end of the spectrum is thrown out there very loosely, and it's kind of just turned into somewhat of a blanket term. So, for example, like when I was a kid, the popular thing to throw at people was ADD. And it's like, oh, you got ADD, he's got ADD, she's got ADD. Everybody had ADD. That was like the thing. And it's like, no, like maybe, but no, you know, like for example, I had teachers and counselors suggest to my parents very frequently, like literally like every year of school, you know, I think Calvin has ADD. And my parents just didn't buy into it, which I'm grateful for. You know, it's like they were like, okay, like they considered everything, you know, but if you're looking at it and it's like, okay, if he has ADD, now what? Well, if that's the case, then we put him on pills and then he just goes to school on pills. And my parents are like, that doesn't add up. So it's almost like, well, if he has ADD or not, kind of doesn't matter because we're not putting him on pills. He's got to get through this shit anyway. You know what I mean? So
Damn, dude.
That's how I'm looking at this in terms of an autistic diagnosis. It's like, okay, but what does that mean next? You know what I mean? Like, well, now what? My whole thing is I don't want anybody to treat him different just because of this diagnosis or this label that somebody puts on him. And to me, that would be the worst thing possible. So what I'm about to create is that it's like, I don't even want that to be the context for his life. Oh, sorry, he's autistic. That's why he's screaming, or that's why he's acting like this or whatever. You know, and it's like at a certain point in certain instances, sure, it's valid, but I don't want that to be any sort of go-to or like his thing or an excuse for us as parents to, oh no, this or that, you know, like fuck all that. Like, bro, you're going to participate in life. You're going to live a full and happy and fulfilled and beautiful life, dude. Like, you're not going to live under this umbrella of judgment. You're not going to live under this whole, label of you're this, so you can do this, you can't do that. Nah. Okay, you might be this, and now what? What are you going to do about it? That's no fucking excuse. What are you going to do? You know? And this is just me analyzing my son's position. Yes, there are people really like who are farther in on the spectrum and 100% need more help and need life catered in certain ways, you know. And if that's something that comes up, fine. But in terms of raising a baby, no, we're not just going to start off any kid with labels and this and that. The same way I'm not going to tell my kid, well, you're Mexican, so you got to work harder. Or you're Chinese, so you got to do this. Or, oh, you're part Norwegian, so you have privilege. It's like, no, you're not. You're just not getting raised with all this weird shit. You're just going to grow up and do you and be you and do that to the motherfucking fullest. You know what I mean? Because otherwise, what's the whole fucking point of life?
Damn, dude.
So it's like the whole spectrum, it's an interesting thing because yes, there are kids on it who you could tell are slightly or a little farther along or a little less on it, or it's such an interesting thing, dude. Like autism and being autistic is very interesting because the spectrum is so big. And that's what kind of fucks me up about it. It's like one kid on one end of the spectrum acts nothing like another kid on the complete opposite end of the spectrum. So it's like, at what point where's the happy medium? Where is it like, well, how is this still considered the same as that? You know what I mean? So that's where I get to thinking. It's like, okay, with ADD, they're just like, well, attention deficit disorder. Like, you have a disorder, you have a deficit in your attention. Like, you don't know how to pay attention to shit. And for me, I don't pay attention to shit that I'm not interested in. And if I'm interested, then I pay a lot of attention to it. You know, and it's like, I notice Royal's very like that too. He's very like all or nothing. And I'm very like that. And I've been like that. But who knows? What if I'm on the spectrum somehow? You know what I'm saying? It's like, we don't know because the spectrum's so big. And what is it that qualifies that? So that's something I'm curious to learn more about as time goes on and I get to learn more about it. Whoa, excuse me. So, oops. Excuse me. Dude, I've been eating like crap lately. And it's definitely like fucking with my body, man. I feel so fat and just like and all of that. I'm gonna go work out after this. I gotta handle this fucking lady in this text. Man, because it's like I got receipts and this and that. And it's like I don't want to have to bust all this shit out, man. Like, can we just make life easy? Just fucking pay every week. Like, just do what you're supposed to fucking do. Like, come on. Anyway, sorry. So yeah, so it's been interesting, man. I'm like, I'm just like, okay, I take this diagnosis and I just observe now. You know, I take it in and I just kind of, okay, you know, now what? Like, nothing changes. The only thing, and the only reason I'm okay with all this and not being like, well, fuck that, this and that, is because, let's say they give him this diagnosis, which they did. That allows us more resources. It allows us more access to different teachers, different programs, different things to learn. And to me, that's cool, man. Like that, it doesn't hurt. You know, the more shit you can learn, the more shit you can get involved with, that's fucking awesome. Because what if that equals he grows up and he helps other people who are autistic or other people who are this or that or of some kind of special needs or something, you know? So there's nothing wrong or bad about that. And we'll see as time goes on and he gets older and all of that, you know. So the other piece where I'm kind of like, well, I don't know, man, because he's learning so many different languages and he just turned 3, and it's like kids who learn a lot of different languages will often take longer to start talking, you know. And he's smart. He knows his stuff. He just kind of chooses to say what he wants to say. You know, some of the words he has trouble saying, but shit, he's learning English, Spanish, Chinese, German, a little bit of Japanese, a little bit of Tagalog, and sign language. That's 7 languages right off the bat. So, you know, it's like I hear him say the funniest, cutest stuff and all his little accents and stuff. The one that got me is in German, I guess how you say bye is auf Wiedersehen. It's something like, don't quote me, but auf Wiedersehen. And he says, auf Wiedersehen, auf Wiedersehen is the cutest shit ever, but he's got the little accent and stuff. Auf Wiedersehen, Wiedersehen is so cute, dude. It just gets stuck in my head like forever. It cracks me up. And then it's like he's just funny, dude. Like, I think it's in his sense of humor to like, he doesn't want you to know what he knows. Like, I'll overhear him counting in the other room and be like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But then if he counts in front of me, he will literally only go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm like, bro, you know more than this. Say it. And he just cracks up and then he just goes 1, 2, 1, 2, and I'm just fucking crack up. It's like he just kind of has this really funny sense of humor like that, and I'll be like, "Oh, you hungry?" Like, yeah. Like, you want blueberries? Yeah. You want strawberries? You want apple? Apple. I'm like, you want chips? And he goes, Hunan. I'm like, bro, he will not stop calling chips Hunan, and I think it's just because I go, Royal, say chips. And he goes, Hunan. And I'm like, damn it, bro. Like, chips. Cha, ps, ps, chips. Hunan. Oh my God.
Damn, dude.
He's just like that, dude. Like, so it's funny, man. It's hella funny. His little phrases I cannot get enough of, dude. It's the funniest shit ever to me, man. Oh my golly. And I actually just killed a pen that I've probably had since like what year? When did I get this? I maybe bought. There's a chance I bought this pen in like 2012, and it somehow has lasted and made it all the way to fucking 2022, and it's just now dying on me. So rest in peace, pen. This was my last black pen that I had. It was a Una 1.0 Jetstream. The Uniball pen, Uni 1.0 Jetstream. A pretty good pen. It was decent. So yeah, it actually, damn, rest in peace, pen. That's like using a whole thing of chapstick. It's like, dude, I actually did this? Like, wow. So yeah, man, that's what's been going on lately. We've got BasketballMania around the fucking house, dude. Bro, we'll have like 4 or 5 basketball hoops set up in one little circle and just be like slam dunking into all of them and all this shit. My oldest son, Nate, he's been working his ass off. He finally is able to, he purchased his guitar he's been dreaming of, which is a bass guitar. It's a bass slash like regular guitar combo, like put in one. And he got to buy the nicer one instead of the cheaper one. I'm so fucking proud of you, Nate. I'm so proud of him. I don't know if you're going to listen to this episode or not. But yeah, man, I fucking appreciate it. I appreciate your hard work and your dedication. I think it's so fucking cool, man. I'm so fucking proud of you, dude. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
What up, everybody? We bicycle. Welcome, welcome, bike. So, excuse me. Yo, you guys. So I discovered probably the coolest fucking sport ever. It's a sport you guys are already familiar with, but you didn't really realize you were familiar with it. So where did it go? Hold on a sec. Okay. So I typed in, well, hold on. First okay. I'm going to just tell you what it is. North Korean basketball.
Damn, dude.
Specifically, North Korean basketball. This shit is absolutely next level, dude. Like, like, I can't even, it's just so fucking weird. So, North Korea is a motherfucking trip, dude. Like, if you guys have not gone and seen, like, I don't even know what to search for, but it's something along the lines of, like, secret pictures of North Korea or North Korea secret footage or, like, stuff like that, or, like, or we explored North Korea, or stuff where it's, like, people took pictures they weren't allowed to take pictures of. Because in North Korea, they only say you're only allowed to take pictures of this. You're not allowed to take pictures of that. And there's only certain stuff you can photograph in certain times. And it's like they play this whole charade. And it's like they know everybody who comes into the country. So they go and they gear up and they set up for when people do come to the country. So what even got me to searching for this in the first place was I saw some little thing on Instagram. It's like, hey, did you know in North Korea they score basketball differently so it's more exciting? And I was like, wait, what? What do you mean? So what I discovered is that the scoring system in North Korean basketball is fucking cool, dude. So it's the same as like any American basketball game, right? Like the standard stuff. All the rules are the same, the whatever. Well, not all, but all the general rules, how it plays, the scoring, the lines, the free throw, the 3-point line, all that's the same. But what's interesting is if you shoot a 3-pointer and it just makes it bounces off the backboard, hits the rim, whatever, and it goes in, it's worth 3 points. But if you shoot the ball from 3-point line and it swishes, and it's a swish with no rim, you get 4 points for it. If you slam dunk, it's worth 3 points rather than just 2. If you shoot a free throw from the free throw line and you miss, they minus a point from you. Like, it's a fucking trip, dude. So because of that, it's supposed to be more exciting because it's like you've got people or like the expectation is you've got people just absolutely sinking more threes. You got people just fucking slam dunking left and right. You've got people really focusing on their free throws. But dude, when you watch it, these guys like they're like as good as ever. Like I'm as good as they are at basketball. I'm not very good at basketball. I'm like okay. I know the basics, Like, you could put me on a team and you're not going to, like, want to shit on me after, like, man, you fucking suck, bro. Like, I'm not that, excuse me, I'm, like, spitting her. I'm not that bad, but at the same time, I'm not that good either. Like, I'll make a shot here and there. I could pass, I can catch. I'll miss probably more than I'll make during a game, or about half and half. But these guys, dude, they're not very good. Like, they're airballing fucking 3-point shots. They're like complete airballs. Not like it even got next to the rim and was an airball. It was like, bro, that shit felt like 4 feet short. So then here's the other weird part about it, is that they allow a tie game at the end of the game. And it's like, how the fuck do you allow a tie game at the end of a basketball game? But after watching the whole game, because I'm like, yo, this is going to be madness. Like, these fools are just going to be dunking on each other and singing threes. Like, this is like watching a highlight reel of American basketball. That's what's going on in my head. So I look it up and I'm like, dude, these are all just incredibly average players. Like, you can go to any rec center and find like any rec center basketball court and just pick 5 random people and they'll be as good, if not better, than the dudes on the professional North Korean team. So it's like I'm looking at YouTube comments and stuff and it's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I'm gonna go over there and just be a beast. Like, I'm gonna have 75 points on these fools. Like, by the end, like, I'll have 75 points alone on these fools. So, it's just funny like that. It's like, and then it's like, well, but then you'd have to live in North Korea. It's like, oh yeah, shit, never mind, I'm good. Bro, North Korea is so weird, dude. Like, so for example, the actual basketball game itself is so fucking weird. Like, I swear the whole thing, because it's like, keep in mind, so I go to it like with hearing what I hear about how the scoring works, and I'm so stoked, like, oh, this is gonna be fucking exciting. And then I click it and I'm like, oh, I'm just kind of waiting, like, when's this gonna start getting crazy as fuck, people swinging on the rim and all this, and it's like, no, it's still hella like very Asian and very organized and very like just like it legit almost seems all choreographed, dude. It's really fucking weird. Like, the way everybody's moving is like, dude, it's like it's almost like it's a dance. Like, you could tell they're all working around not playing too hard or not sucking too bad on purpose, but you can tell, like, yeah, he could have made that, but he kind of backed off. And then you see, like, once they make it, then the other, it's like it goes from sloppy to choreographed, to sloppy to choreographed, to sloppy to choreographed. And it's like, depending on how the points are, they'll either, jump into the choreographed thing to where they're all moving smooth and it looks very real. And then it's like, oh no, we got to like make up for the deficit. We got to make up for the points that were down. So you got to go and flop a few of these or whatever. So like, it's hard to know if these guys are actually good, they really suck, or what their deal is, or how much of it's staged. Then the other part that's really fucking weird is the fans are all quiet. It's like the whole stadium is just like, yay, yay. And then the other weird thing, I don't know if they don't have music or what. I was watching this last night, but all you hear is squeaky shoes and a little bit of like, yay. Let's have a listen. Listen to the shoes. Oh, we got some crowd. We got some crowd. So what I'm looking at, you hear the shoes? Why is everybody's shoes so fucking squeaky? Even when nothing's happening, the shoes are squeaking. So, as you guys can hear, it's just squeaky shoes and a quiet crowd like, oh, yeah. And then there's two fucking rich dudes up in this, like, their private seat just being like, oh, yes, yeah, I'm very pleased, very satisfied. Like, meaning, like, so what I was watching is called, is a highlight reel of North Korean basketball, but it's called Inter-Korean Basketball Men's Mixed Team Match. And it's pretty fucking funny, dude. Like, it's weird. But to see professionals just putting up air ball after air ball after air ball, I'm like, bro, what am I watching? Like, I can hit the rim more than that. Like, I went and played basketball with Ro this weekend at the park, and it was like, we brought a whole bunch of basketballs because you can't shoot all the way up to the big ass rims. So I bring like all his little balls from the house and all different sizes to see if he can maybe get one up. And I brought a full size ball too. So I'm shooting. And I'm like, dude, I'm fucking looking back. I was like, man, I hit fucking more threes than these guys did. But it's funny because there's the old rich dudes up top like, yes. And then magically the game ends in a tie and everybody's like, oh yes, it's like very honorable, very great game, good game. It's like, dude, we want to see some like real competition. We want to see fools actually like going at it. We're not here for a tie, dude. Like at some point one team's winning and then the others they're trailing. Oh, come on. And then I'm getting more text. Jeez. So this is just going on, and it's like, yo, this is fucking weird, dude. Like, it's hella weird. And then it's like you got token players. There's like one black dude, and then that's it. And he's like running the whole show almost. But then you're like, all right, come on, get it, dude. And then you see him like backing off, and then like you see him jump into this like, I want to keep calling it choreography. It's like, it's not quite like they're dancing, but it's almost like, if you see it this way, it's like they're moving in timed. It's like they're moving at specific times, and it's just really fucking trippy, dude. I can't, I don't even know how to explain it, dude. It's like it's timed, but it's not. Like, it goes between very well, like it's all cohesive, and then all of a sudden it gets all sloppy, and then it gets all cohesive, and then it gets all sloppy, and it's like, this is weird. I'm trying to think what a choreographed basketball game would be like, and I would have to say it's like this. But watching North Korean basketball is pretty fucking funny. It's like, and then everybody in the team is like 6'2", maybe max. I'm getting all sorts of messages. And it's like everybody's just like regular height. Like most of the people are like 6 foot tall. Yeah, it's just a fucking trip, dude. But the squeaky shoes, the scoring system, the whole, I'm just like, dude, what is going on? The amount of squeaky shoes, I just could not stop laughing, dude. Like, how? This is just one. Is the. All right, sorry guys. I'm just watching this. I had to pull it up again real quick. It's so fucking funny, dude. Like, I don't know. If you enjoy American basketball, you might enjoy this a little bit to a certain degree. It's worth looking into. It's pretty fucking funny. But like the fact that these guys are being sold as professional athletes, I'm like, bro. Like, on my worst day, I'm that good. Like, you could literally take any geek off the street and put them in this game, and they would be able to, like, hold up. As long as you knew which basket to go shoot in and you knew the kind of general gist of the game, you're probably qualified to play on the North Korean professional basketball team. Oh, shit, dude. That's so funny. Oh, and you need squeaky shoes. That's the other requirement for it, too. You got to be like, wee, 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 wee. The clip I was playing, that last one where you heard the shoe squeaking, literally everybody was standing still but one guy. And it was the token black dude like, trying to play defense. And then he goes and he like purposely misses a freaking layup. I'm like, bro, what the heck, dude? Like I said, that's why it's so weird. Like you see them being for reals, and then it goes into this choreographed thing, and then sloppiness, and it's just back and forth and back and forth. And I can't even explain. You got to go watch it. It's pretty fucking funny. But aside from that, man, oh man, that's been quite the thing. So, dude, I got a TV at my motherfucking house finally. Shout out to the homie Spencer. I don't know if you listen to the show or not, but I appreciate it. I was able to hook it up. We got an HDMI cable, and I could just run it off hotspot to my from my. I got to do a lot just to be able to watch something on the TV. I got hotspot my phone to my computer through an HDMI or through a accessory plug to an HDMI cable to the TV. So it's like I got this whole chain of things in order to fucking watch TV. But honestly, it's probably better like that I have to be like, take all this extra time and effort to want to watch something. Because it's like if I could just sit down and be like, click, and it turns on and there's all this entertaining shit, I'll be stuck, man. And I know, especially because I grew up without cable TV. Well, we had illegal cable for like 6 months one time, and then it got taken away. Our whole neighborhood had full free cable, actually. So one person signed up for the service, and then like it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of us, 7 neighbors in my house growing up. One person paid for the service, and it's all like pretty smart people in my little circle and neighborhood. And this is in the 90s. So this is right when they first started installing green boxes in front of houses. Like those little like tube looking ones. Not even the green box, but it was like the green tubes where it's like the cable box. It's almost like, it reminds me of the little like green tunnels on Mario where you jump in. It's like they're kind of like that, you know, but we learned how to break the locks on them and all this shit. Because it's like, why are they putting this shit in my yard? I don't know. And it's like a bunch of redneck kind of people in my, like, as my neighbors, kind of, you know, like, not necessarily redneck, but into like working with tools and fixing shit, shooting guns, blowing stuff up, like that kind of stuff, motorcycles, that whole thing. So one person paid for cable service, and all the rest of the 7 neighbors all fucking linked the houses together. We literally had cables running from one house to another house to another house, across the street to another house to another house to another house. And that was our fucking, we had cable for a while until the people came and like, what the fuck is going on? They see the cable traced to every single person's house. So for me, it's like, to me, like TV is such a treat. So if I have TV, I'm just like, boom, 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 boom. I'll be sitting there for fucking ever, and absolutely nothing will get done. So it's kind of good that I got to take all these extra steps just to get to there. You know, it's kind of helpful. Yeah. So the first thing that we watched, me and Royal watched, Nate had work. We watched the movie Mowgly, and then that's the kid from the Jungle Book, right? That movie goes hard, dude, especially if you're into like any kind of like plant medicines or like jungle stuff or spiritual nature where it's like you really have respect and like if you relate to and see the spirit of nature inside of nature, I think this movie will speak to you. Like, it was pretty fucking cool, man. To me, I saw the entire not Jungle Book, but Mowgly movie. It's like with the real humans and stuff. And it was a big ass TV, so it was cool. All the animals are like all big and shit. Like, me and Ro were fucking tripping, dude. It was cool. He woke up from his nap and it was like, well, what is this? Like, you didn't even know we had TV or that it worked, you know? So we were tripping like, wow, this is fucking cool. But what was I gonna say? That whole movie is pretty ill. I saw the whole thing as an ayahuasca reference. It was almost like they took people's ayahuasca stories from doing ayahuasca in the jungle and then kind of made like the whole plot and movie based off of that. So for example, like with ayahuasca, something that's common is to interact and see a snake, like a big anaconda type of snake. And even on my ayahuasca painting I have over here, it depicts that. And in my experience, I had the snake, it kept popping up, and it was like the snake wasn't, well, maybe it's not the right way to say it. I was going to say it's not good or bad, but the snake is absolutely good and bad, is more so what it is. And it doesn't register or relate that bad is bad. It's more that bad is a necessary part of life. And it's like, without the dark, we couldn't appreciate the light. Without pain, we couldn't appreciate comfort. Without suffering, we couldn't appreciate or experience happiness or joy. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like the counterbalance of what we need in life for life to actually happen and keep moving forward. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what the message they said. They said, oh, well, the snake represents all that is. I forget exactly what they said. But it's basically how I took it was like the snake represents all that is good and bad equally. And it's not good or bad that the snake equally represents good and bad. It's just what it is. That's how he operates. That's what he goes off of. So it's like he's there to induce fear in order to teach you fear.
Damn, dude.
So it's pretty crazy too, because in my homie Sebastian's book, he talks about the snake too. And it's kind of like he paints the same picture with it. So here's the other piece though, is like when you look at all different ayahuasca paintings and you look at all different ayahuasca stories, many, not all, have a very similar experience with the snake. And for me, it kept popping up to test my fears in order to teach me my fears, in order to do exactly, well, not do exactly, but in order to face the things I need to face in order to grow beyond the place where I'm at. Because I only know what I know in this place that I exist. And then, like we talked about in the last episode, there's all the things that we don't know. And that almost is what the snake, the anaconda, taught me and teaches me, is like, all right, like, look, you're afraid to do this because you didn't even know that you knew you were afraid of this deep down. So I'm going to present it to you so you have the opportunity to overcome it. And I'm like, whoa.
Damn, dude.
It's like the good and the evil all at the same time. It's basically yin and yang. There's the dark inside the light and the light inside the dark equally. And they both exist equally. You know what I mean? And it's not good and it's not bad that good is good and bad is bad. It just is. And that's kind of the point of the snake. It's like, I specifically come with no fingers, with no body language, with no limbs and all this extra shit. I fucking slither and hiss. I'm cold-blooded. At the same time, snakes can be handled and be very loving. At the same time, snakes can be the most terrifying and bite your fucking face off thing. And I kind of find it more rare to find people who are like cool with snakes and understand them and know how to handle them. Like my homie Burton, he's got a snake and he's telling me, it's like, yeah, bro, you just got to come meet mine. It'll kind of help you understand in a whole different conversation. But I'm like, dude, I don't understand snakes. But then in my ayahuasca experience and in my thinking brain, my conscious brain, I'm like, okay, I get it, to a certain degree. But then when I'm face to face or I'm really faced with it, there's such an uncertainty with me and the behavior of a snake that is like fucking whoa, So it was interesting. That movie, I feel like, was just a whole, like, I feel like the whole movie was one person's vision or learnings from an ayahuasca session. And then they kind of just applied the different categories of their own life into different characters in the movie. So it's like, well, Mowgli, you're a boy, you're a man. You know, he was raised thinking he was a wolf. So they're like, no, dude, you're actually a man. You're a boy. They kept calling him a man cub because, you know, they call each other cubs. He was raised by wolves. So, like, dude, you've got to find the balance between, you know, how man went evil and harmed the animals, and then versus, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like versus what the rules and laws of Mother Nature suggest. And they're like, well, men use things of nature as weapons, such as fire and rocks and whatever, and that's against the law of the jungle, which is, well, you have to fight for yourself. You either fight or you die. There's no using weapons. There's no cheating, essentially, you know. And it's up to him to figure out the balance between nature and humanity.
Damn, dude.
And because that's his thing, he's got to go and do and face. It's like, it's almost like how you face your ego during an ayahuasca trip. And then the thing with the snake, the tigers, the bears, all these things. Like, I was like, whoa, I experienced that. Whoa, I experienced that. I experienced that. I've seen that. I've seen that. It was just so fucking mind-blowing to me in that sense, because it was like, and I see that in a lot of different movies. They paint, it's like you could take one person's ayahuasca vision or whatever and make an entire fucking movie of it. And if you watch all the last movies made in the past, like 10, 20 years, like a gang of them have that inside of it. Maybe I just see it because I have that in my background, but I'm like, there's no coincidence here. Like, how deep that is can almost only be reached through that source. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's pretty fucking trippy, dude. Yeah. So, it was a pretty cool movie. I recommend it. It's not the best fucking movie in the world, but it's pretty fucking dope. Definitely worth a watch. I want to say it was on Netflix. Yeah. So go watch you some Korean basketball. That shit's pretty tight. Oh man. Anyways, guys, I've got to handle some business. I got to fucking message this lady back about my money. I got to pull up all the dates and all this shit. I wish she would just be like, oh, you're right. My bad. Clink. Send the money through. But instead, I got to do this the hard way. It is what it is. It is what it is. We make it do what it do. So, yeah, man. If you guys got anything out of the show, if you enjoyed it, if you had a laugh, you had any cool thoughts, anything, please like, share, tell a friend, subscribe, leave a 5-star written review, all that cool shit. It helps us out a bit. Yeah, man. So I love you guys. Hope you guys have a beautiful day. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Catch you guys on season 2, episode 22. Have a beautiful day. Much love.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
Love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Peace.